afternoon, everybody. I feel like we haven't done this type of video for a while now, where we would just I would just sit down with you guys and talk about how I would design something. But you know what? Today I decided it would be a very good day to teach you guys how to make an advanced corset such as this, because a lot of people on my group wall have been asking me to make something that I would myself post in my group, something that's more advanced, and something that might push and challenge you all to, do something a little bit harder. So I'm gonna do the easiest way you can make these corsets without making it look tacky, and just giving you guys something that's challenging to make, but something that's easy if you practice. So this is actually my first time making this type of corset. It's like a bustier, I think that's how you say it, but just has, if you look at the details, it has stitching, some lace, this beautiful blue color, by the way, I love this color, some, details over here, but mostly what I'm noticing is that we need to have a lace texture and a little bit of stitching going on over here on the top. We have the nice straps of here. Then we have some lined, I don't even know what you would call this, like stitched bustier type of, shape. But it might look difficult, but if I break it down for you guys, I feel like you would understand what I'm doing. So without further ado, let's get in with the video, and make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We are very close to 20,000 subscribers, and it would mean a lot to me to hit the milestone. So thank you all guys for the support. Let's head in with the video. So just to start off, you should already have your advanced template loaded in. To be honest, since we're just making the corset, you could just put it in a basic template. It doesn't really matter at the end of the day, you know what? I'm really used to using this template and then converting it to the basic at the end when I want to upload. But for now, we'll just use the advanced template, but pretty much if you use the basic, you could follow along. It's not an issue. But the first thing I want to do is I want to get a reference picture popped up. So to do this, you just go in and click the image that you downloaded. For example, this is my corset that I want to use. I'm going to go to Edit, click Copy, back to Medibang, and click Command V or Paste on a MacBook. And we're going to go ahead and this pops up. Then you're going to do Command T on your keyboard. And we're just going to go ahead and lower this. Just to make it smaller, we want to make sure we can see the details of the corset, so we have something like a reference basically. So let's just put this over here for now, because right now we're going to be focusing on this section and this section only, just for now, because that's where most of the details go. So we're going to go ahead and get new layer. And of course, drag the layer all the way under the first layer, click lock to the background layer, or the custom template layer. And then we're gonna go layer 3. So the way I like to, outline things is using the background color. So I'm gonna go ahead and use this blue, very gorgeous blue, by the way. I'm just gonna show you guys how the blue would look like. Oh, hold on. Add a layer here. I'm just showing you guys the blue would look like this. This is the darkest blue, and this would be the lightest blue, just like that. That's how you would use it as a color palette. So yeah, returning back to our layer 3, we're gonna go ahead and lower our brush to about 1 to 1.2 is good. And now we're gonna go ahead and begin outlining. Remember, one thing you do to one side, you do to the other. So we're only gonna do half. And I'll show you guys what I mean in a bit. So we're going to go ahead and outline this like boob type of area, and then this. So I'll show you guys what I mean. Let's take that off. Alright, let's go ahead and just like that, give it a nice little circle shape. So after you're done making the top part, you're going to click duplicate. Then you're going to take it, drag it down, flip it, and then do the full 90-degree rotate like this. And then just drag it like so. Just like that. So you have an even breast area, if that makes sense. And then you're going to merge it down just like that. So now we're going to go ahead and look at the other details. In this case, it would be like this little V angle shape of the bustier. Sorry. But yeah, you're going to go ahead and click this right here towards the middle, and hold down Shift. And just like that. That's where I want the corset to end. And then that's it. Now we're going to do the bottom of the corset, or you can use the line tool just what's preferred to me, just like that. Just like that, down the middle. That's all. Let's fix this to make it go down a little more. And that's basically it. Now draw your quick straps. They start like around here somewhere, but it's really up to you to make the straps. I personally don't want to make the straps. If you can, then you can. But I'm going to leave without the straps. So that is it. Let's draw the other half. Here, let's do the line tool, and then let's connect. And then that's it. You finish your outline. You're going to go ahead and click layer 3, duplicate it, drag, Command T, flip, and then connect it so it's like symmetrical. And you'll notice there's like a little dot formed here, but don't worry, we're going to change that. And now it's time for the fun stuff, all the detailing, the filling, and the textures. Alright guys, now let's begin designing. I'm going to move the reference a little bit towards the bottom so we have the full image exposure. Probably going to put it like right here. Hold on, let's crop it real quick. Alright. Just like that. And now let's begin to fill it in. But before we do that, let's merge the two layers we previously created, just like that. Go in with the line tool again and just connect the back. So we just have like a full corset, like just like that. Now let's begin with the details. All right, now let's fill it in using the lightest color. So you could just do right click to, select it. Now you're gonna do new layer, drag under, and let's fill it in. I use the box tool to like make sure I'm not going outside of the lines. Just like that. Just fill it in. Yeah, just like that. And here for this part, since we want to keep kind of like a good vision of where the outline is, I'm going to go ahead and make the color a little bit lighter here because I want to know like where the outline is. See what I mean? And there you go. Now as we colored everything, it's time to shade in this area of the these area of the corset, since it's like where you can see the most details. Also, we do notice, or at least I noticed, that there's kind of like an indentation. So this blue is not the entirety of the corset. It's like a little bit of like an hourglass shape. I'll explain what I mean in a second. So you're just gonna take the outline color, go back to which we used before, and like look what I'm talking about. If we were to take this and make this area black and do the same on the other side, it's kind of gonna give the Roblox character like an hourglass figure, if you know what I mean. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that just to give it more detail. This is completely optional, but it's good to give your character a little bit of depth, I'm gonna make it more advanced, just like that. I'm using the shift key, by the way, to make the lines, just like that. Duplicate it, drag, and just like that is good. Oh, let's make it look good. Just like that. We good. All right. Now let's begin with the details. We're gonna go ahead and start with the shading. So I'm gonna go ahead and take this color that we previously took. It's the outline color, and we're gonna make it a little bit darker. We can even go with this one actually. Let's go ahead and click the darker color. You can just take it from the shadows here. And click new layer. Brush. Get a little bigger. And you're going to click the settings button over here and clicking force fade and out, just like that. Drag it in between the outline layer and the background color layer, and we're just going to go ahead and do light strokes like this along the line, just like that. Gonna give it that wispy look, kind of making it look like the corset is sucking up the, I don't even know how to explain it. It just looks like you have like a snatched waist, you know. But yeah, feel free to play with like the brush sizes for the best detailing, just like that. Just like that, it looks so cute. I love it. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and duplicate this, drag it to the other side, click flip, just do the Command T thing again, just like that. Very cute. I think I nailed it. Just like that. Now we're gonna click merge, so these two sides get merged together, duplicate, and now we're gonna move it a little bit up, like that, and then we're gonna go to filter, hue, brightness all the way up, just like that. So it gives like that 3D effect. Merge, and you're gonna click overlay and lower the opacity, just like that. And of course we're gonna add more shading in a second. This is just like the regular shading. Now we're gonna go ahead and do darker shading on the outside, more like a box shading, if you will. I'm gonna do this around the entire thing. So new layer, go ahead and grab this color we grabbed before, and we're gonna go ahead and shade like the box shading method. And we're gonna go back to settings and make sure you take out force fade in and out. Just take it out, you don't need it. We're gonna go click clipping, make sure that the clipping is right under the background layer. This just makes sure that the, you know, blur whenever we add it doesn't make it everything messy. So just gonna go ahead and add it like this, like that, under here, just in like the general bust area. Oh, let's be careful here. Just like that. Of course, remember to add shading on the bottom. And we can actually do it through the entire corset right now. Just like that, like that. Looks a little weird right now, but I feel like once you see what I'm trying to do, it will all look better. Let's go back and just do this again. That. And like that. Let's make it a little skinnier here. Alright, so now we're gonna go ahead and click filter, Gaussian blur, and just blur it out. I think between a 2 and a 3 is good. Yeah, I think a 3 is good. Just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and just shade it lower, just to give it a little depth. And it already looks good, I think. Now is a good time to add the lacing and, you know, adding the black on the sides. It's up to you how you do it, but I'm gonna do it how I personally like to do it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click, I'm gonna get my lace PNG, just go my black lace. Obviously the link will be in the description for all the textures that I use. And we're gonna click Command V, just like that. And we're gonna make it smaller, but not too small, because you still want to keep the how it looks. You don't want it to like mess up. So I think this is pretty good. Now what I'm gonna do is click clipping again, so you don't have to do any excess erasing. But now you're gonna go ahead and erase the areas where there is no lace. So for example, there's no lace here. Just erase that. Oh wait, there was actually lace there, but I think it's more darker, so wait, my bad. I kind of messed up. We're gonna do erase on this side only. just like that. And if you want to add the ruffles on top, that you can, but I'm gonna go ahead and add more details. We're gonna go ahead and add more depth here because it from far it just looks like a mess. So we're gonna go ahead and add some more crispy content to it. So I'm gonna go ahead and click new layer, get this background color we had before, just like that. And we're gonna go ahead and add more depth to the bustier area, I believe that's what she called them. So you're gonna go ahead and go like this. And you kind of need to find areas where, you know, you need a shade like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and like cinch the waist, so pinching it over here, creating like a triangle. Just like that, and we're gonna go ahead and blur it. Just like that. And of course we're going to drag it down and add clipping so there's no mess. And now we want to change the color of the outlines because right now it just looks messy. So we're going to go ahead and click new layer on the outline layer. Click clipping, and I'm going to go set this one to black and just change the overlay color to black, just like that. Oh, I forgot my force feed was on. Just like that. Just like to make it neat. And over here, and over here. But you don't need to add it to the bottom because it looks fine without that. Very cute. And now we're gonna go ahead and just add some finishing details. To the back, you guys can add like lace bows and stuff, but I would just want to go ahead and finish by adding like a bow here and just finishing the sides. So I'm going to take the black lace that I previously showed you guys how to put it on, and we're going to go ahead and put it over here. So give me a minute. Alright guys, so I've added the lace. Now I'm just going to make the sides just here darker underneath the lace because you guys can see how there's a big difference when it comes to that type of stuff. Also, you guys can add lace to the bottom if you'd like, but I think I'm going to add fur because I think it adds more of that like cute, you know, corset type of vibe. So I'm going to go ahead and just add a little bit of darkness. Add it underneath the lace, of course. Go to black and then just like that, but don't be scared. Hold on, I'll show you what this does. Just add it here too. I'm gonna just lower the opacity like that. So there you go. You don't even get like scared and stuff. But yeah, there you go. And we'll add a little bit of blur, just make it less harsh. There you go. And let's go ahead and add some cute little details. Remember, you don't always have to follow this part like this, how they exactly do. It's just a reference picture. But I'm gonna go ahead and get bow.